Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the third edition of Character Select for the Koalition.com, where we interview all the creatives in the industry, whether it's from music to gaming. And today we have Dada. What's good, man?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. Thank you for doing this interview. But to jump things off, for those, no problem at all. For those that don't know who you are, who is Dada?
I'm a hip hop artist, I guess. My name is Dot, by way of Columbus, Ohio, and that's about it.
Now, is it just Dot now? Because I noticed that may have changed. Is it just Dot?
Yeah, it's just like I think that what I've been going through, man. I made an adjustment. I don't want anybody to think it's like P. Diddy or Puff, and you know what I'm saying? You just keep shrinking your name, but I feel like I kind of understand why he did it when we made kind of a joke about it. But as you evolve as a person and an artist, it's like growing up, taking the little. You don't want to be called the nickname you were when you were younger. You know what I mean? And I just feel like that has a lot of meanings to it, but it's more of a a stance or a grown type of thing, not being like, oh, I'm a grown man, but it's just sharp and to the point. My name's Dot, and that's it.
Word, I feel you. All right, so you say from Columbus, Ohio, right?
Yeah, yep.
Where is that where you born and raised, or just grew up?
I was born in Los Angeles, and then we moved here when I was 1, so you can pretty much say I was raised out here. I wasn't born out here, but I was raised out here for sure.
Word. Well, on the hip hop side of things, how long have you been rapping, bro?
It's funny. I've been rapping for a long, long time. I played basketball. That's what my thing was. But
and then you got crossed up and you had to give it up.
Huh?
You got crossed up and had to give it up?
Yeah, you know how that goes. That's dunk on you or something. You're like, man, I'm never playing again. It's but I just been you know how it is. First you just start. Some people take it serious as soon as they get introduced with it. But if you have another thing going on, it's kind of you just use it as a hobby. You know what I mean? So it had been a hobby for a long time, something that I was just a fan of, and I loved how other artists put the words together. And then I really just started taking it serious, really, really serious, for the past calendar year for sure.
Okay. All right. So have you performed on stage yet? Yeah,
I actually have done a couple of shows here and there with my guys out in Indianapolis, the ATFU, Russ, Jenna Alphonse and Mr. Kinetic. They have shows out there all the time. And I would just make the trip out there. And then I've done a couple of shows here as well, for sure.
Word. So, all right, I'm gonna have to put you on the spot then. Tell us about what went through your head during your first performance on stage, because I've done it and it's mind racking to me, but I don't know if it's like that for everyone else.
Right.
Tell us how it felt for you.
It wasn't for me. It was kind of cool because, okay, when you I think that there's two ways that you could take it, and it's if you're comfortable being in front of people, then that's not going to be a problem for you. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you're comfortable remembering your stuff, then that's not. It's these layers that you have to peel back that could cause anxiety. So once you cover all the anxiety, you get to the feeling that I had where I remember my words and I was used to being in front of people, and now it's just getting that little sense of joy that keeps increasing once you see people nodding their heads a little bit more. You know what I mean? You're not making it up in your head that your music is good. People are reacting to it, and you're like, oh, this is really good. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of the feeling I had the first time. It kind of made me want to start taking it more seriously through that experience. Gotcha.
So in your first performance, you actually had pretty good reaction from it, right?
Yeah. It was good, man. How, and I'm quite sure you would know more than a lot of people, but you know how you just go to some shows and you can just tell how the energy is coming off from the artist and it's bouncing right back from the audience. So you can tell if the music is good or not. It's like a mirror. You can see what's going on. And once you project, once the music is projected, the audience is going to let you know quickly and fast in a hurry. They're not going to give you no time to be give me another shot. It's going to be either like it or they don't. And I got it was a real to be my first time. I went home. I'll never forget that night. I went home that night thinking, man, I could really rap.
Word. See, like my first experience, it was a place that was kind of more of a performance piece joint, and they were like super attentive. They weren't reacting, and then part of it, I had my eyes closed because it was like my first time on stage, so like
Right.
I was bugging out. But then the reaction afterwards was dope, and like I know the stage presence can be a very infectious experience after you have that first time.
Right.
But going into the next question, man, like who are some artists, even outside of hip hop, that have inspired you to do what you do? Because I know you mentioned that you fell in love with the craft, hearing other people's words and stuff and how they put it together. Who are some of those artists? I know one of them. I know Jay-Z is one of them. From listening to your old stuff.
Yeah, like that's. I think that's my guy. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I know dude, but aside from him, like one of my biggest influences now is like, it's gonna be funny like when I say this, but I really been getting into like Johnny Cash. You know what I mean? Like he's just
word. You're
real,
like the second person in 2 weeks to talk to me about Johnny Cash being an inspiration, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Johnny Cash is. I think everybody should go check him out. Like, I know a lot of people are like, why are you listening to Johnny Cash? But he's pretty cool. And then from like the hip hop side, other than Jay, Currency is a real. I listen to a lot of Currency. Like I like Currency's hustle, and I think he doesn't get enough credit as an artist lyrically. Like
that's true, because a lot when people talk about Currency, often they talk about his ear for beats, because dude has a crazy ear.
Yeah,
like, it's stupid, some of the instrumentals on there, and like I didn't listen to him until recently, and he's dope. Like I can't remember which album it was I listened to. I think it had a song on it called Chandeliers, but it's dope. Like his music is dope, and you're right, lyrically he is pretty impressive.
Yeah, he can go, man, and don't forget, like, people, Pusha T. Like those Jay, Pusha T, and Currency are like three of my biggest. Like, if I had to pop in something to listen to, you know what I mean? Like you can give me those three. You can give me 5 albums from those three, and I'll be set like for a long time. Like it'd be cool listening to them.
Yeah, I feel you on that. You'll have to find you'd be struggling to find 5 albums.
Right.
Right. But Puss is actually one person that's really underrated too.
Yeah. He done like. I just think that guys they always want to like live in the past. You know what I mean? Like bring the Clips Pusher back, but like he's not there no more. You know what I mean?
And it's not like what he's doing now isn't dope. Dude is dope. Yeah,
it's just different. It's a different thing. He's in a different mind frame, and I think that's like even as like as a society, we just think like bring the old days back. Like we're all trying to get back to the 90s instead of like saying, okay, the 90s was cool. Like the 90s should be cool. It was a great time, but you can never get that time back. You know what I mean? Like we're never going to get that time back. So let's make a great 2000s and whatever. Like we should just like focus on that and appreciate what we got.
And the fans got to realize that like, just like we have a lot of growing that we've gone through or growing to do, that the artists do the same thing. So the music is going to change, just like our music tastes change.
Yeah.
I guess people really don't like think of it outside of that. You know, it's a very, very selfish mindset to have, but they got to think outside of the box and outside of their own experience.
Right.
But jumping into the next thing, this was going to be a big question for you. I don't know if you already got them, programmed in your head, but what would be your 3 classic hip hop albums? Like just albums you just automatic go-tos for you, or even basically the super cliche. Like if you were thrown on an island and you can only pick 3, which 3 you gonna have?
All right, you gotta give me Reasonable Doubt.
Bet. See, if you don't throw no Nas in there, I know people gonna be listening to this, and the whole comment section gonna turn into Nas versus Jay-Z, man.
I mean, but like, the thing is that I have to say, like, my next one would have to be Food and Liquor.
Okay, see, I grew up with that. I feel you on that. Like that one,
like Food and Liquor was a great album. Never had to have like one more.
Yeah, that third one gonna be a doozy. Food and Liquor and Reasonable Doubt. That's a good start, though.
Yeah, like you can't go. You gotta like close out really, really strong. Let me see, man. I will actually go with Late Registration.
Okay. I can't even knock that. That's one of my favorite albums, like, of all time.
Yeah, I would go with Late Registration. I think late Registration. I think that whole period of Kanye just got lost in the shuffle. You know what I mean? Like people don't realize how good the music actually was because of who we say he is now. You know what I mean? Like, but
the media perception kind of overshadows the music. Yeah, because College Dropout and the Late Registration are certified classic projects, man. Certified, and like just front to back, those were like untouchable at that time.
Graduation too, like that little stint from like 04 to like 08, like that was a solid time for him. Like, and everything afterwards, I think that he just pushed the limit, and he's gonna be like, the music that he made is just ahead of his time. Like, we as society weren't ready for 808s. Like, people are just now appreciating 808s. You know what I mean?
I was one of those people that didn't appreciate it always at first, but I really enjoyed it now.
Right.
I really enjoy it now, rather. But I'll say this, though. Ain't no time period in this world I'm going to enjoy Yeezus, man.
I don't think so, though. I just think, like, now, I think that the art of something, like we are kind of boxing each other in. You get what I mean? Like, just a little bit. And it's kind of like when you listen to genres of music now, like, instead of it being a genre because of the lyrical content or what's being said, it's genre because of the instrumentation. But the instrumentation is all the same in each box now. Do you get what I mean? So you know what you're going to get from a pop record instantly. You know what you get with a hip-hop record instantly. Like, there's no guessing game no more. Back in the day, you didn't know what was going to come out of DMX's mouth. You didn't know what was going to come out of Jay-Z. You didn't know what was going to come out of Master. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't know what kind of sound you were going to get from these guys. But we went from being creatively free to let's just go for the mode because that's making the money. You know what I mean? And that's not how you get good music in any genre.
True that. I can agree with that. I definitely think the steps he's taken since, that trilogy, he's gone, beyond, and he's trying to reach like a different level of entertainment and everything. But that's something else we'll get into probably on one of the Nights of the Turntable podcasts, which we need to get you on that show too. But back to you now. 2014, you said the last calendar year was your big push as an artist.
Yeah.
So tell us about your 2014 and some of the things that happened, or even let us know what kind of because I know as an artist there had to be that time where you didn't know if this was going to be like the foundation of your being, like what you wanted to focus on.
Right.
Was there something in 2014 that kind of affirmed that made it where you wanted to go that way?
It's like this crazy story. I remember we went to South by last year, and
yes, sir.
Had a great time. You know what I'm saying? It was like I was out there, like, and I was a fan, and I was seeing everybody doing everything. And it was like my first time being exposed to this life, which is like a musical Woodstock. You know what I mean? Like a different Woodstock to me. Like if you look historically. But I went home and I was buzzing, and I was like, man. And I had just came out with an EP, but I was like, that's not good enough. That's what I left thinking when I left South by. That wasn't good enough. You know what I'm saying? So I sat down on the couch and I was like, man, like, I want to do music for real. Like, I want to make an imprint. And so, like, from that moment when I like kind of like made my mind up, like small things had started happening to like keep me in that direction. You know what I'm saying? I started with the Dope Tuesday series, and that ended up being like the best pocket of music that I made. And then I ended up meeting some guys, and ended up meeting some producers and engineers, and ended up going out to New York to meet a couple guys, you know what I'm saying, and just start traveling a little bit. But I remember when I made the song Ace that I just put out, made the beat, and I wrote the song. And like that was my first, like making that song was the highlight of my last year, like by far. like to see that the idea was implanted in my head to do this. You get what I mean? And I go back and I listen to all the music that I ever made. Then I go and listen to the music that's out now. Then I go think about the music that could be made. And it's like you go from feeling like, oh man, like I might not do this to, no, I can compete. Like, I can really compete. Like, and that's all I want to do is compete. Because if I can compete, that gives me the ability to win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta become part of the conversation first, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, that was like the defining moment for me, like where I was like, no, this is going to like not I have to hope. Like, I think a lot of guys are hoping it happens, but like, and it sounds like cliche, but you can do whatever you put your mind to. You know what I mean? And like when you know it's going to work, like there's nothing nobody can tell you. And like right now, I just feel like there's nothing that anybody is going to be able, after having that moment, like that was the start of, nobody can tell me this isn't going to work or I'm wasting my time or anything, because I know it. You know what I mean? And now you work like you know it, and now you talk like you know it, and you look like you know it, and everything just starts falling in place. So, like,
yeah, Ace was kind of like proof of it at that point. That you could actually show off. Yeah.
And it's funny that record is like, when you listen to it, it's like a past, present, future thing. Like the first verse tells you about the things that you used to do that you think that you should have been doing. You know what I mean? Then the middle verse is like, but this is where I am. This is where I am, and this is what I am doing. And the third verse is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're in a King Dada, baby, you should feed me grapes. Like, that's future. Like, no, that's
what you're working toward.
Yeah, that's what I want to happen. And all along, the hook is tied it in because it's telling you, I want the money off top. That's what I want. I want the champagne to pour. Like it's like a declaration type thing. So, yeah, Ace that was my moment, man. That was my moment.
Sounds like Ace is kind of a situation where you got to speak it to believe it.
Yeah, you put it out in the air, man. Like, Bible says faith of a mustard seed. Like, I think people just don't know what to do with their mustard seed. Like, they just think you have the mustard seed in your hand and it's going to happen. That's not how it works.
Yeah, you got to cultivate something. You got to build it. Word. So, Ace is off of your upcoming project that's coming out this year, right?
Yep.
All right. When do you plan to drop that?
That is going to be released on January 27th of this month.
Gotcha. Okay. And all right. So I know what it means now because your homie Joe Hova, who was on the Knights of the Turntable podcast, he told me what it meant because I'm terrible with Roman numerals.
Right.
So when I saw the title, I was like, okay, that looks dope, but I don't know what it means. But go ahead and tell the people what it stands for.
Well, it's lettered as MCMXCVI, and that stands for 1996 in Roman numerals. 96.
All right, 1996. So what happened in 1996 that made you want to title that, or is it based off the year, or like what? Just give us the motivation there.
I was 11 in 96. I think. Okay. Yeah, I was 11 in 96, and like 96. I remember Jordan came back. Kobe was drafted. Tiger had won his Masters. You know what I'm saying? What else happened? Clinton. Life was good. You know what I mean? Life was real good for the world. But more so, it was just the like for me personally, it was like the return of Michael Jordan, which is somebody I always looked up to. Oh yeah, and Jay dropped Reasonable Doubt in 96. So it's like all these examples of greatness were just in my face. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I didn't know it, and I just gravitated towards that year. Like they all just came to, like Kobe and Jay were coming out and Jordan was coming back and Tiger, you know what I'm saying? It's all this greatness fused into one. And not that you like want to be like these guys, but you're like, if that's what greatness looks like, let me take a picture of it. You know what I'm saying? And when does that picture happen? 96. Like you have to get all those guys in their prime at 96. So
are you kind of trying to replicate that energy, basically?
Nah. What? it is what it ends up being is I feel like all these guys who I just mentioned, at some point in time, they had they just had a moment where they knew they were great. You get what I'm saying? So, it's like I didn't know at the time what was going on, like with these guys' lives. But now that I feel like I'm in these guys' shoes of greatness. You understand the actual duality that goes on when you're trying to do something great with you have to, like, you're second guessing yourself. Then people are telling you, no, you've changed. You're not the same person. So they're trying to pull you back in, but you're like, no, I can't be this person because I have something to do. You know what I mean? So it's like this highs and these lows that go on between being great. And it's like Ye said, it's lonely at the top. You know what I mean? And you look at these things and you have to share people off. And you have to bring the right people around you. And that's what I like. I just use 96 because it was one year that I can tie greatness into one for me. You get what I mean? Like, it was one year that I saw greatness begin and kind of like tie itself together.
Okay. All right, so this project may be the beginning of Dot.
Yeah, not maybe, it is. It's the beginning, man. I'm telling you.
This is it. This is the declaration.
Yeah, like it's going to be like, because the record is personal. It's like most transparent I think I can get. And it's really, like I said, it's just a journey of a guy who figures out that there's more to life, and there's things that you have to do. There's a sacrifice for everything. You get what I mean? And people don't want to sacrifice to be great, but they want to be great. They just want to do it for free or for somebody else's merit, or they wait for somebody to put it in their lap instead of saying, no, I'm going to go out and I'm going to get it myself. Like, and while you figure out that you have the ability to do that, it's just taking you through this journey from the thought of I can be great to all the way at the end where you get to the point where you have to sit back and look at the casualties that come from being great. Like, there's going to be some casualties because everybody's not going to be a fan of who you are. They're going to say you change, and most people take that as a bad thing. But if you haven't changed, I wouldn't want to be the same person I was in 2004. You know what I mean? Like, why would I want that? Like,
yeah.
So
people get more bitter about the changes when they start to feel like they're not included in it.
Exactly.
They definitely don't want to do the work and they want the handouts. I definitely understand your mindset on that one.
Right. And you can't. I just think you can't take people. You can't take everyone everywhere. You know what I mean? So if most people don't understand, I'm gonna come back for you. So they make it so you don't want to come back for them.
Yeah, there's a quote. I don't remember it entirely, but I know it says something like, some people are met for a lifetime, and some are met for a season.
Yeah, that's real. That's really real.
But so that's 1996, and tell us the release date for that one more time.
January 27th for this month.
27th. You got a specific date?
January 27th this month. Like, it's not January, and this month isn't the same thing.
Oh, word. Is it, you got a specific site you dropping that on first?
Yeah, it's gonna be on my website. Just follow me at Dot9. I don't want to give the website out yet because we're still under construction, make sure all the particulars are right. But you guys follow me on Twitter at Dot9, and for sure I'll keep you guys in the loop.
Word. All right, so let's jump into some special questions here.
Okay.
We'll start off now. I ask everyone this whenever we do the character select interviews, but what two fictional characters would you want to see in a rap battle? But first off, do you follow rap battle for real? Like the culture, or seeing any of the battles on YouTube and stuff?
I'm hip. You know what I mean? Like, I like it. I like competition. So I'm just the type of person that if it's not in my direct radius of music, right, and it gets to me or makes makes me want to listen to it, then it's like really good. You know what I mean? And like that battle is like, you gotta be like, I always say, you gotta be like the Skip to my Lou of rap battle for me to sit there and listen to you, because if you're gonna do tricks, I want to see the best tricks.
Word. Yeah, I feel you. So like, just you can pick, characters from any medium, comic books, movies,
Anything. All right.
anything at all.
This is gonna be funny, but I for sure want to see SpongeBob. Like, I think like he already has like that rap battle type of thing where he makes up words and stuff. So I think that him maybe battling somebody like, I don't know. Him battling the Dark Knight. Just think about those two voices.
That's crazy, dog. And I'm 100% down for SpongeBob being the rap battler, bro.
Yeah, man. SpongeBob versus the Dark Knight. That would be wicked, man. Batman have to pull those gadgets out because SpongeBob's cutting into him too bad. I don't want problems.
So, all right, between those two, you got a hype man for one of them. Whose side you gonna be on?
Gotta go with Batman. He's got the weapons.
Hey, SpongeBob gonna have the bars though.
Man, hey, would you rather win the rap battle, or would you rather stay alive?
See, we gotta do. If we set that battle up, we gotta put in the contract that it can't get physical, man.
There you go. If that's the case, I'm still gonna go with the Dark Knight because he might beat me up like later on or something. You know what I mean?
Gonna catch you after the show sleep, bro.
Right.
All right. So to wrap this up, everyone, thank y'all for listening to the show. But most of these people aren't going to be as familiar. If you had to choose one song to introduce yourself, because people got short attention spans in this day and age, pick one song that everybody will have to listen to, and I'm probably going to link to that song in this post so they can check it out. What song would it be for everyone to check you out?
Nah, Ace. Ace is it's my foundation. You know what I mean? Like it's everything that you hear that I was, everything you hear that I am, and everything that you hear I will be. Like there's really not. I even went ahead and just like that's the only song I really got circulating right now because I just know that's the. You know what I'm saying? Like where you talk about putting bricks down, that was my first big brick. So nobody's gonna go wrong listening to that.
Okay. That one is actually on the Koalition.com right now. If y'all want to go check that out. .ace. It is on .ace.
Yeah.
This is the new beginning, or the beginning of incredible things for the artist. But thank you for doing the interview, man. I really enjoyed talking to you about everything. Yeah, we'll be looking forward to that project. Say it one more time. Go ahead and promo it one more again.
For sure, man. January 27th, 1996. Look out for it,
Yeah, and look for a first impression for that to drop too. The Knights of the Turntable, we're gonna take a listen to that and give our opinions on it.
Yeah. I can't wait to hear that too.
Word, it's gonna be dope, man. Definitely look forward to it. But yeah, thank y'all for listening. This has been Character Select with Dot, and we'll see y'all next time.
Peace.